Is Canadian freedom at risk? Carney's stark warning plus CTV's troubling coverage. The recent throne speech delivered by Prime Minister Mark Carney has ignited a significant debate across Canada, raising crucial questions about the direction of the government and the implications for Canadian freedoms. While Carney's address aimed to outline a vision for the future, critics argue that it reflects a troubling alignment with long-standing conservative policies, despite the government's previous opposition to these ideas. One of the key features of Carney's throne speech was its attempt to present a cohesive plan for unifying Canada's economy and enhancing its global standing. However, many observers found the speech lacking in substance, particularly regarding its ideological undertones. During a notable interview with David Cochrane, Carney described his government's initiatives as a nation-building effort. This rhetoric, while appealing, was met with skepticism due to the absence of specific details and actionable plans that would demonstrate a clear path forward for Canadians. In terms of housing measures, the throne speech proposed initiatives aimed at supporting first-time homebuyers and eliminating the goods and services tax, GST, on homes priced under $1.5 million. Critics were quick to point out that these proposals closely mirror conservative platforms, raising concerns about the government's commitment to its own principles. This apparent shift in policy has left many wondering whether the government is genuinely focused on addressing the housing crisis or merely adopting popular conservative ideas to appease the electorate. The public's indifference to ceremonial expenditures, such as the costly hosting of King Charles for the throne speech, further highlights a disconnect between government actions and public sentiment. While some may argue that such events are necessary for diplomacy, many Canadians are frustrated by what they perceive as a misallocation of resources that could be better spent addressing pressing domestic issues. This sentiment reflects a growing discontent with how government priorities are set and communicated. One of the most glaring omissions in the throne speech was any mention of energy and resource development. There was no discussion of pipelines or the repeal of controversial legislation like Bill C-69 and C-48, which many believe hinder Canadian energy potential. This lack of a clear roadmap for energy independence has left many Canadians questioning the government's commitment to addressing critical economic issues that directly affect their livelihoods. Moreover, the energy sector plays a vital role in the Canadian economy, and the absence of a proactive strategy raises concerns about the government's ability to foster economic growth. As global energy demands shift, Canada has the potential to be a leader in both traditional and renewable energy sectors. However, without supportive policies and frameworks, the nation risks falling behind as other countries capitalize on these opportunities. The media's influence on public perception has also come under scrutiny in the wake of the throne speech. Critics argue that mainstream outlets often suppress conservative messaging while amplifying the liberal narrative. This perceived bias, exacerbated by legislation such as Bill C-11 and C-18, contributes to an information environment where alternative viewpoints are marginalized. The implications of this media landscape raise significant questions about the health of Canadian democracy and the freedom of expression. Furthermore, the media's role in shaping public opinion cannot be overstated. As Canadians consume news through various platforms, the framing of political narratives plays a crucial role in influencing perceptions. With many outlets favoring certain political perspectives, the resulting echo chamber can distort public understanding of important issues, making it difficult for citizens to engage in informed discussions. Carney's emphasis on aligning Canada with global climate policies has raised eyebrows, particularly as it appears to prioritize international frameworks over domestic interests. His references to Europe and Asia as trade partners suggest a pivot away from traditional relationships, which some critics argue could be impractical given the logistical challenges and costs associated with these markets. This raises concerns about whether the government's approach is genuinely beneficial for Canadians, or if it serves a broader ideological agenda. In a time when economic uncertainty looms, the focus on global trade diversification may lead to missed opportunities for strengthening relationships with the United States, Canada's largest trading partner. The potential benefits of deepening ties with allies who share economic interests cannot be ignored. Critics argue that this ideological commitment to global policies may undermine the practical needs of Canadians seeking stable economic growth. Opposition leaders, including Pierre Poilievre, have highlighted the inconsistency of adopting conservative ideas while simultaneously portraying the party as extreme. This duality raises questions about whether the government's policy shifts are driven by genuine commitment to change or merely a strategy for political survival in a challenging electoral landscape. Many Canadians are left wondering if these actions reflect a true desire for progress or are simply a response to political pressures. The throne speech's failure to address key economic and energy issues signals a concerning trend in Canadian governance. As the government grapples with public discontent and skepticism, the need for transparency and accountability becomes increasingly vital. Citizens deserve a government that not only articulates a vision for the future, but also provides a roadmap for achieving it. In conclusion, while the throne speech aimed to present a forward-looking agenda, it ultimately fell short in addressing critical economic and energy issues. The ideological direction of the government, coupled with the media's role in shaping public narratives, poses significant questions about the future of Canadian freedoms. As Canadians navigate these complex political waters, the need for clarity, accountability, and genuine commitment to the public interest has never been more critical. By engaging with these pressing issues, Canadians can better understand the implications of current political debates and the potential risks to their freedoms. The dialogue surrounding Carney's leadership and the government's policies will undoubtedly continue to evolve, making it essential for citizens to remain informed and active in the democratic process. As the nation faces these challenges, the hope is that a renewed focus on the interests of everyday Canadians will guide future discussions and decisions.